Hey, what's up everyone? It's Assad here. Welcome back to the 52 Cards channel. In today's video, I've got a very special contribution from a guy named Biz. He sent me this video demonstrating a full deck false overhand shuffle. And the first time I saw it, I almost didn't believe it. I had to do a double take. It's that good. It looks exactly like an ordinary overhand shuffle would look. However, not a single card moves. The deck is fully retained, which is really powerful. This is a wonderful technique to learn. I hope you put the time in to practice it well, and I hope you get some great use out of it. So I'm gonna let Biz take it away, and he's gonna demonstrate and then teach you the full deck false overhand shuffle.
Hi guys, welcome to 52 Cards. My name is Biz and this is the full false overhand shuffle. I've prepared the deck a bit so you guys can see how the shuffle looks like. On top of the deck I have the guarantee joker, on the bottom the regular joker, and the rest of the deck is arranged in full deck order. Now, the powerful thing about this shuffle is that it looks completely like a regular overhand shuffle. And you can do this completely surrounded, and because of how natural the motions look like, people won't actually be able to tell that you're full false overhand shuffling. As you can see, the entire deck order has been kept the same. Now I know what you must be thinking. If you perform it face up, will it be that at the end of the shuffle people will be able to tell that you false shuffled because the bottom card is the same? And for you I have a solution. You can do exactly the same motions, but at the end you'll have a different card on the bottom of the deck. Because the thing that you're doing in this variation of the shuffle is that you're displacing one card from the top of the deck to the bottom of the deck, making it look even more real that you are indeed shuffling the deck. And to clean up that, if you don't want to move the card like I did right there, you flip the deck over and then you do exactly the same method, arriving in the position that you were left before. This is the full false overhand shuffle, guys. Pick up your decks and let's get into it. The full false overhand shuffle is quite simple, guys. Once you get the knack of it, is just practicing it for 3 days. I've gave myself 3 days using this method and I got it to almost how it looks like right now. You grip the deck in this position with the ring finger and middle finger on the outer side of the deck, thumb closest to you and index finger curled on top. And what you do is you take a quarter of the deck down, and then as you come towards your hand, you're going to lift your ring finger slightly from the deck and allow these cards to go inside. And then you put your ring finger back on top. And you hold the cards in this position. And you do it with 3 packets. You have 1 packet. You do the same thing once again. You lift your finger and you place that packet behind the one that was before. And you take the last packet and you put it behind. And you do this motion very slowly at the beginning, very slowly, 3 times, just with 3 packets. Don't try more, just 3 packets. So it's 1, you lift that ring finger, 2, and then 3 packets. And then you try and make the speed a bit faster. You know, just 3 packets. 1, 2, and then 3. And once you get that down, once you can feel a bit comfortable with doing that, like lifting your ring finger and allowing the deck, because at the beginning when I was doing it, I was putting it here. As you can see, it stops on my middle finger, because I couldn't really get it inside as I am doing it now. See, I'm getting it inside of the hand. It's not hitting any of the fingers. So if you guys are doing that right now, it's not bad because that's how I began, but it's not where you want to end. That's not the final version of the shuffle, because if you hold it there, it will be obvious that you are doing something from the other angles. If you want to do this completely surrounded, if you want this to be a fuller, then get it to the point where the deck is right over there. Because from this position, once you're moving, the spectator can't really tell what's happening. See? It goes right there inside. And this is not something that I could do from the beginning. I'm making it look easy right now, but that's why I said try doing it slow, so you play a bit with how you hold this deck from the left hand, so when you put it inside it goes exactly in that gap. You do this with 3 packets, and then once you did it with 3 packets you move on to 4 and you say 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I say, okay, I can do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in the beginning, I would always fail at 5. So I go back from the beginning. I go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I make a game out of it, where every time I fail, I go back to 3. 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. This is a small idea for a practice session, so you don't try getting those 4 on and on and on and on. Because if you always go back to 3, in 1 hour you're going to be so comfortable with doing 3 that it will be so easy for you to go to 4. Second tip, when you're doing it, you want to start on this part of your finger. You put the deck over there and you go 1 packet, and then when the right hand packets come, you place them exactly in the same position, right there in that place on your pinky finger. You place the cards right there and you pick up the other packet. And you try and always go there. You're going to advance little by little. That's something you can't avoid. See, I'm always advancing a bit. I started here and then I'm here on the hand. But the more you practice, the smaller you make the space and the more packets you can cut. See, I've ended up here. In the beginning, I would make the steps so big, I would end up there after like 3-4 packets. So that is the thing that you have to take in account. Starting here on the pinky and always putting the deck as close as possible. See how I'm beveling the cards? I'm twisting the deck. I'm not just keeping it straight and going down and always keeping it straight, because that would create a big step. I am twisting it and hitting at an angle. You see how this V is created right here? That's what you want. Always hitting it and stealing the cards out of V. V, see, I'm always in a V situation. V, V, V. And as you progress in learning this slide, even the distance that you're keeping between the cards is going to get smaller and smaller. Maybe at the beginning you're going to go with something like this, you know? And if you stop, the spectator will be able to notice. But if you keep on going fast, what I like to do is I like to watch a movie or watch something on the internet, and I just kept doing this shuffle. This is what I did in the beginning. This is what I still do now. Just keep doing this shuffle on and on and on and on. Now let's say you would like to displace a card from the top of the deck to the bottom of the deck. The method is quite simple. You're just going to pretty much take a break underneath the top card with your thumb, just like this. Bevel the card slightly and then execute the basic false overhand shuffle. And what's going to happen is that card is going to be moved to the bottom of the deck. I'm going to do it slowly once more so you guys can see this. See, I'm taking a break and then I'm cutting the first packet and I am placing it exactly behind the card from the top. And in this point, what happened is the card has instantly been moved to the bottom. If I take the rest of the cards, see 1 and 2, that card is going to be left on the bottom, while the rest of the cards are going to be exactly in the position that they were before. And with time, you're going to be able to do this quite fast, and the spectator won't be able to notice not even a thing. If you want to move that card back, so the rest of the deck, so the deck stays the same in the same order, you turn the deck face down, and then you execute the same move, but this time with the cards facing them, and you're going to move that card. Now I fumbled a bit over there, so I'm going to do it again. Make it look like this, move the card towards the top, and the deck is in the exact same position.
word Buddha is a title. It means the one who is awakened.
Now let's say you would like to stop. While you're shuffling the deck, you would like to stop for a second and discuss something, and then move back and continue the shuffle. You can do it in your left hand, or you can do it with the right hand if you're talking to somebody. Can you please come to the stage for a second? And then you continue the shuffle. Now, I'm going to teach you the second one because it's much easier. You do 2 packets, and then I just stop over here. You see, the cards are in a V, and then I use my index finger to straighten them out and press slightly on the top of the deck so it looks a bit squared up. And in this position, I can tell somebody to come towards the stage or take something from the table. And when I come back with my left hand, I can instantly continue from that point because there is a gigantic break over there, you know, guys? If you do it in your left hand, this one's a bit nicer because it's much cleaner. What you do is you have to make sure that the card is placed in that gap right there between the finger and the deck. And if you just drop the cards there and you press with your left thumb on the cards and with your left fingers on the cards from here as well, and you close them, it can look as if the cards are just slightly shuffled, you know, squared up, and you can tell somebody to come towards the stage. But what you're doing is you're applying pressure right now with your thumb and other fingers, and if I release this pressure, because the cards are right there in between the hand and the cards, the bottom packet, they will split back into that V. So I can just do this and then continue the false shuffle. See, I do it once, I put that in that space between the hand and the cards, I put there the first packet, and oh, I actually shuffled it now, I just realized. I think I shuffled it now, did I? I was teaching it to you guys and I lost track for a second. Yeah, I actually did shuffle it for a second there. Okay, the deck is back in order. So you do it 1, you steal the packet, and then you go boom, 2, and you press, you can talk, and when you come back you just release and you instantly grab. So you can take the other packet and the last one. Now this is something you can start doing once you can perform the full false overhand shuffle with more packets. So when you come back, you can still cut, so you're basically cutting like 6 packets in total. If you're doing it with just three, you can do it once, come back, do it twice and 3 times, and it looks just as good, guys. I wanted to teach this, guys, here on 52 cards because I truly believe this is a slide that everybody should learn and use and will enhance their performance with so much because of how clean it looks like. So this is for you guys. I hope you have a great day. My name is Biz and see you next time.